Hey y'all, it's Bodhi, and I'm back with another channel message. Goodness, I trust that each of you had a wonderful Giving Thanks Day if you do celebrate, and I trust that we will all have a delightful, peaceful, abundant, joyful holiday season again if we choose to celebrate. I know for me, Spirit has been very silent, okay, during the last few days of this Mercury retrograde. And I really give thanks, y'all. I really do, because I really needed to sit in silence these last few days and just, sit with myself, you know what I mean? Without there being any noise or downloads or spirits whispering and all these beautiful things. But I mean, I know it doesn't last long. So I did receive a download just today, okay? Now, this message, it may or may not resonate with you. And if it doesn't, it's all good. Listen, just check me out in the next one, okay? But if it does resonate, or if you would like to claim this message in any way, don't forget to put 444 in the comment section below. Now, before I get off into this channel message, I just want to ask, I think the last channel message I did, I was talking about a surprise. Okay, you being caught off guard, something coming towards you out of left field, something totally unexpected. Okay, I wonder, has that manifested for anyone that's listening to this message? I did receive the download that energy would be hovering. The surprise energy would be around until about mid-December. You know what I mean? But I'm just wondering, have anyone been surprised? Okay. I know I have. I think it was like maybe 2 days before Thanksgiving. A kitty cat just showed up at our front door. And we kind of, I kind of decided in that moment that, maybe she can be our outside cat and this and that. My grandmother had like 15, 20 cats, like outside cats and stuff, and she would feed them and they would guard the house and keep the snakes away. My grandmother had like a very strong connection to cats, and she was a highly spiritual woman. And everywhere we go, there's always a cat or something that shows up, right? But this was like the first time a cat really showed up to our door and was like, she belonged here or something. Very, very awkward. You know how most cats, they run away. They're very shy. They're very timid. Not this particular cat. But anyway, she just popped up on our doorstep. Okay. And we fed her for a couple of days. And then I decided that we were going to bring her in, and we took her to the vet, got her vaccinations, got her, her exam done and everything. And she's a healthy cat, no fleas or whatever. And when I tell you, she's just so full of love. Like, oh my God, no timidness, no shyness. She's a Cancer. Okay. They said she was born on June 29th of this year. She's about 5.5, 6 months. And, oh my goodness, just full of love, just kind of came out of left field. Surprise. So I'm just wondering, has that manifested for anybody? And if so, y'all, let me know. Okay. Leave it in the comments. Let me know if a surprise have manifested for you. All right, let's get off into this new download collective. Selfish collective. Those of you who are going to be resonating with this message, you're about to enter a season of selfishness. Okay, and one or two of you guys that's listening, that's tuning in, I feel like you've already entered into that season of selfishness. This season, it's like we are realizing we've been doing the most, okay? We've been overextending. We've been overcompensating our energy. That could be at work, in our business life. It could be overextending, overcompensating our energy for family and friends, in relationships. It could be overcompensating our energy when it comes to achieving our goals, our desired outcomes. Okay, the story is different for everyone, but it's like we're coming to this conclusion as we're nearing the end of 2025 that says it's time to put this on pause. Like whatever this overcompensation, this overexertion, whatever this is, it's like, it's time to put it on pause. I've done enough of this and that. It's time for me to refocus on myself. It's time for me to be selfish. I feel like we're coming to this aha moment, like, I need to start focusing on what my internal needs are. You know what I mean? Not my worldly desires or, you know what I mean? But like, what are my internal needs? You know what I mean? How have I neglected myself? These are questions that I feel like the spirit is bringing up to the collective, or whoever this message is resonating with. Like, how have I been neglecting myself? Have I not been eating well? Have I not been exercising? Have I not been sleeping, as much as I need to sleep? Have I been, tuning in too much to social media or AI, or, you know what I mean? Like, have I been pushing myself, or have I been resisting? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's where we're coming to, and it's coming to a season of selfishness. Like, now I'm hearing it's all about me, 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 me. Forget about you, 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 you. I think it's like an old school Maya song, right? And that's the energy, man. It's like, we're coming out of overexertion and we're like, okay, this is a time for me to rest, to heal. You know what I mean? Even though Mercury is moving forward on the day that I'm recording this, thank God. Okay, because Mercury retrograde was a period of rest and restoration and all of these things. But I feel like, I don't even feel like it's go time yet, to be quite honest with you. Even though Mercury is moving forward, we still have 2 weeks of the post shadow phase, right? We're really not in the clear until like mid December, right? But I feel like it's not even go time yet. Okay, it's not even go time yet. Like, our spirit still wants us to focus inward. It's like there's voids, collective. There's voids that we've been looking over, that we haven't been paying any attention to. We've been trying to fill these internal voids with worldly things, whether it's worldly possessions, worldly desires, whether it's relationships, whether it's material things, or, whether it's, goals or outcomes. It's like we've been trying to fill these internal voids with worldly things. And I feel like our soul, our consciousness is starting to evolve and go to the next level, like what I've been saying. And with that comes growth. With that comes awakening. With that comes a next level understanding of self. Like, in the process of me trying to overexert, overcompensate, be driven, prosper, push myself outside of my comfort zone, like, in the process of that, what have I lost? You know what I mean? What had I had to give up? Is it spending time with family? Like I said, is it resting? Is it exercising? Is it meditating? Like, what have I had to give up? What have I been neglecting to reach these worldly desires or outcomes? You know what I mean? And so, like I said, this may not resonate with everyone, but whoever this is resonating with, darling, I want you to know that sometimes we push ourselves to our limit. Sometimes we challenge ourselves. And a lot of the times we seek what's outside of ourselves to fill voids that's within us, right? And I feel as though collectively we're coming to that sense of awareness, that sense of understanding that I can no longer continue to do this. I'm going to have to change or elevate the way that I do things. I'm going to have to change my perspective. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to shift my focus. But whatever I'm doing, I got to put me first. and I got to get deep down into my internal body, my spiritual body, and say, okay, what does it need, right? What is it longing for? Because the spirit could care less about that BMW, right? The spirit can care less about making 6-7 figures a year. The spirit doesn't need all of these things. You know what I mean? These are worldly desires due to worldly influences, right? And so I just feel like whoever this is resonating with, it's like you're getting to this point where you're like, what do I want on a soul level? What is missing for me on a soul level? Like, what voids need to be filled internally, and how am I trying to seek that externally? You know what I mean? Like, God, man, I feel like there's some deep, deep, deep soul reflections that's going to be happening throughout the month of December. You know what I mean? And this maybe for some may feel like, well, this is like Mercury retrograde energy. But darling, for a lot of us, like maybe we were too busy finishing up things during Mercury retrograde, right? Maybe we were too busy tying things up to even really do some deep soul searching, to really find out what voids are we trying to fill. Oh my God, y'all. I mean, it was a very deep download that came, and I'm trying to articulate it in such a way that Spirit wants me to, and in such a way that it makes sense, but I could be missing the mark here at the same time. But I know that if this resonates with you, you're going to feel that this message resonates with you. Spirit wants you to just stop, right? You know what I mean? Even if it's you taking the rest of the year to just stop and just check in with yourself and ask yourself, what have I been neglecting? How have I been neglecting myself? How can I become more selfish? What voids am I trying to fill? What internal voids am I trying to fill with worldly desires and through worldly influences? Like, what's really going on here? Like, and then, like, reconsidering our goals and our outcomes. Like, these goals and these outcomes, where are they coming from? Like, what is the root of this goal, right? What is the root of this outcome? Is it to satisfy other people? Is it to, again, is it like, am I being influenced by other influencers? You know what I mean? Like, what's the root of my goals? Like, what is the root of my desires? Where is this coming from? Is it coming from my soul? Is this what my soul wants me to do? Is this a part of my life purpose? Is it a part of my life path? Damn, what is my life path? What is the energy in my 10th house? Thank you, Spirit. I feel like this is a outstanding time at some point during the month of December to look over your numerology. What is your life path? You know what I mean? Like, what's your expression? What's your omega number? You know, look into your chart. Look into your 10th house of legacy, right? Especially if you're very career driven, if you're very, business driven, you know what I mean? Like, if you're legacy based, look into your 10th house. Make sure whatever your goals and your outcomes are that you're setting up for yourself for the next year, make sure that they're more so in alignment with that 10th house energy. Tune into the planets that's there, the zodiac energy that's there. You know what I mean? Tune into that. You might be pleasantly surprised. You might be like, oh my goodness, this has nothing to do with my legacy. What am I doing? Again, I just feel like, oh God, thank you, Spirit. It's like some of us in the collective, we've been in a trance and we don't even know it. Like an AI trance, a social media influencer trance, trying to be inspiring to others trance. You know what I mean? Like, and it has nothing to do with the legacy that we have written for ourselves. It has nothing to do with our purpose. You know what I mean? I feel like we should definitely look into our natal chart, tune into what our life path is. I would say look into the 10th houses, the 10th house, and I would say the 6th house. The 6th house is your day-to-day living, it's your day-to-day life. It's what you do for work, for service. And then the 10th house is the house of legacy. But like, let's say you've been very passionate based lately, right? Like a lot of your goals are situated around you, like your creative endeavors, you creatively expressing yourself. Take a look at your 5th house. You know what I mean? Like, what's in your 5th house energy? Make sure that your goals are like lining up with your 5th house energy. You know what I mean? I just feel like the spirit wants us to do some deep soul searching, and we may have to go back to our blueprint. What's our life path? You know what I mean? Like we may have to go back to our birth chart, tune into those energies into our life, like even our 1st house energy, right? And just tune into those houses and think like, okay, my focus, my direction, my desires, are they worldly driven or are they driven by my soul, right? I feel like when we start to do this deep work, the self-analysis, we're going to get to a point of selfishness, like, well, in order for me to pivot, in order for me to transition, in order for me to shift to what it is that I really, really, really want to do, I need to be a lot more selfish with my time, with my energy, with my resources, with my focus, you know. I need to be more selfish with myself. I need to be more inward. I need to be more self-focused. I need to really start to learn more about myself. Selfish is the download, spirit. Like, man, and a lot came through as I was talking. Like, a lot came through, man, like looking into our birth charts and, you know, what our life path is and, you know, and like comparing it to the goals and, you know what I mean? Like, is this worldly desires? Is this influenced by the world or is this influenced by the soul? Like, y'all, that just came through as I was communicating this download to y'all. But the foundation of this download is selfishness. Entering into a season of selfishness, we may have to unlearn some things that we thought we knew about ourselves in order to pivot to our true selves. This is 2026 is going to be like a soul-driven kind of a year. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. All right. Wow, this is a long channel this time, y'all. Well, let me go ahead and get out of here. I trust that this message reached who it needed to reach. If it resonated with you in any kind of way, don't forget to put 444 in the comments section below. Bye, y'all.